The Brazil team that went to the FIFA World Cup of 1974 may not be remembered quite as fondly as those legendary squads that came in the years shortly before and after. But in this part of the country, it represents a major milestone. Left-back Marinho Chagas made 27 official appearances for the Selecao, including starting every game in West Germany, and remains the only player from Natal to have worn the yellow and blue during a FIFA World Cup.
It's a great feeling to experience a World Cup. There is so much emotion. You feel the eyes of the world looking at you. And of course, there is also excitement to see who will be the new world champions. And all the media are there covering the event too. In 1974, that's what happened to me. I was part of the team. And something like that makes you proud. To play in a World Cup is a reason to be proud, to be one of the best in the world. That was a dream come true, a real dream.
He also played for numerous Brazilian clubs, most notably Botafogo, as well as spending time in America's NASL. Today, Brazilian fullbacks are invariably known for their attacking prowess, but in 1974, Marinho Chagas was something of a pioneer in the role, following in the footsteps of Nilton Santos and Carlos Alberto Torres.
The coach asked who wanted to play left-back. I said I did, so I went to the left-back position. And I was able to get forward and get past players because I had been more of an attacking player. So I would send in crosses or give short passes, and I would go for goal, and I scored goals too. And I learned how to defend with a coach that taught me that. But I also kept on attacking and scoring. And I started to become well known in my position.
Brazil made a fairly inauspicious start to the 1974 FIFA World Cup, drawing their first two games 0-0 against Yugoslavia and then Scotland. It was only a 3-0 win over Zaire that saw them progress to the second group phase on goal difference. However, in this second group phase, our Selecao found their form, first beating East Germany thanks to a solitary Rivellino goal, before meeting their fiercest South American rivals, Argentina.
I think that Argentina side was very young, with an average age of 22. There is this notion that Argentina is always a hard team for Brazil to play against. And it was a hard game. We were 1-0 up, then they drew level. And then, in the end, a cross came in. Jairzinho headed home to make it 2-1. We won, and the country was happy. Even if we lost the World Cup, I think beating Argentina was good enough for the people.
Johan Cruyff's Holland had also beaten East Germany and Argentina, setting up their meeting with Brazil as the de facto semi-final. In the end, the total football of the Dutch prevailed, and Brazil would have to be content with a fourth-place finish after losing out to Poland in the third-place playoff.
That World Cup really was something else. Poland were the Olympic champions. They had some great players like Lato, Tomaszewski and Jarmak. Then West Germany had Franz Beckenbauer, Sepp Maier and Gerd Müller. They were a great team. Argentina also had some amazing players. They're always a competitive team. And we lost the semi-final against Holland because of one man called Cruyff. And in 1974, that one player was the difference for me. I remember that one time, Zico said, my dream, not just for the current Brazil side, but my greatest dream team of all time would be the defence from 1974, the midfield of 1982 and the attack from 1970. So you'd have to think that the defence from 74, which I was a part of, was the best Brazilian backline of all time. It's the one that conceded the fewest goals in a World Cup.
And what does this veteran of 1974 feel about the current crop of players who'll be representing Brazil on home soil 40 years on from his appearance at the FIFA World Cup?
It will be very hard for Brazil not to win it, because of the fans and because of our world-class players. All of them are young. You can see there is no longer room for players like Ronaldinho in the side. Now we have a really young squad. But who knows what will happen? You never know. In 2014, I think Brazil will do many good things, because we have very good players. Brazil is the favourite to win it, and I think Brazil will be world champions again.
As the only player from Natal to play on the greatest stage in world football, Marinho Chagas knows firsthand what it's like to experience the FIFA World Cup. And he's made no secret of his delight since he heard that his hometown had made the final list of host cities for 2014.
That made me very happy, because here in Natal we have very safe roads. There's not much crime, there's a great seafront and fantastic weather. We have 450 kilometers of beaches. We have very warm people, very hospitable people. And we're all preparing by learning a bit of Spanish and a bit of English. The basics, because many people will come here for the World Cup. And since Natal is one of the host cities, of course, I want my hometown to do well.
Marinho Chagas is Natal's most famous footballer, and like the rest of the locals here, he can't wait to welcome people from all corners of the globe to the FIFA World Cup.